Hi there, it's Phil here. I've just been doing a bit more of the sculpture today, and I found it was working quite well. Well, I did it next door, and I haven't tidied up any of the dust, but again, it's not too bad when you just simply chisel, and when you just simply work at just sort of chiseling, really. So it was a little bit of bashing, but nothing too serious. So I'll just simply get the stone and show you. Right. As you can see, if I get close enough, the stone, it is quite bright now, has had a lot more chiseling here. And I noticed that this stone is a little bit lighter because I basically chipped a lot more off it, and maybe it was just a little bit less in weight compared to the other stone, the one Levi. But they both have a similar kind of look to them, and yet this one will just simply have a beak. So this here shows that it's more like a beak. It will obviously have an eye up here, and I haven't made a groove for that yet. So yeah, I'm pleased with this, and I could say that if you look closely at the top there, I've already planned it. I have planned sort of how to make the barnacles by just simply etching in, you know, just like you would with a pencil, the grooves themselves. And when you have put the grooves in, you just simply think, oh, well, the next step is then to simply just get your chisel, get it in your hand, feel the tool is working with you, and then you just simply carve away. Not only that, here we have the beak on the front side, and it is sort of quite pronounced now, that beak. It just obviously needs to be made sharper, and just on the snout, or rather on the beak bit, just on the very edge between the two top and bottom parts of the beak, you need to have it looking like it is a beak that could snap and create havoc, damage. So I need to say to myself that this one is an entirely different kind of looking sculpture, because I've obviously sanded it down a lot more, so there isn't a lot of a flank showing sort of brownish sandiness to it, and a kind of more rough look to it, right? But I was right in thinking that if I chose this side, all I had to do would be worry less, and to think that, okay, it might not look like the most splendid beak in the world yet, but what needs to be done is have confidence and look at it, and also just see that that needs leveling out there on the right hand side. So I could get a ruler and then just put it there and just look at it and think, okay, that needs to be done. You've got the confidence to get it done, and it somehow just gets done. But one thing that's really pissing me off about it so far is that slowly I'll have to have some hope that basically the little grooves all over, they're just not coming out. And even with the smoothest sandpaper and sanding it down with the hardest and then smoothest, you think to yourself, why are those bloody grooves going out? I just want it smooth, complete smooth. But no, it doesn't do that yet. So it may be that I'll just have to accept that and allow that to be what it is. And having waxed it, maybe the grooves will just be some effect within the stone, and it makes it look fossil-like and acceptable. it makes it look acceptable, because basically stone is not an easy thing to carve, and if I don't have the training yet and I don't have the money yet, I shall have to accept that little tiny grooves are irrelevant to the shape of the creature that is mainly to be looked at. When we look at objects, we see an object itself. When we look into an object, we see a lot more things that just continually change, but not everything is changing. For instance, if atoms exist, they do exist, they shall always exist, and so do all sorts of manner of other things that are studied under science. But when we talk about viruses or other things that mutate, then they do change. So in this sense, if you look at this thing and it isn't completely smooth, you will feel that you're absolutely alright with that, because it is a stone. It is more than a stone after that, but it is still a stone. And that's it. Thank you.